By our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new. This impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Vaughn is out there with Edwards, and it's Baker in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Seattle. It's blocked. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
And you look at Edwards. He's pulled in a lot of votes. Nearly enough, in fact, to break into the top 10 in the Western Conference.
And probably wishing he was a little higher on that list, but there's just too many other guys also having fantastic seasons.
And it's going to be an exciting showcase. We'll keep you updated with the results each day during the voting. Here's Cunningham after the basket by Seattle.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Banks with the block. Miller outside. Over Baker. And Miller with the basket on the assist by Cunningham. And it's 9 points from Brandon Miller. Pass to Baker. And here's Edwards from the arc. Edwards with another miss.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Cunningham right side. It's Miller on the way. Shot clock at 6. Fires it up. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall. Seattle leading by 22. Here's Baker from beyond the arc and then some. Baker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city, plus he's already got a street named after him.
Vaughn, the pass to Holmes. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off. Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another 3 to fall.
Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. No problems knocking that one down. Miller's got 12 points in the game.
Well, that's his first 3 here in the second half. Gotta think he'd like a few more of those.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Vaughn kicks to Edwards. Hits.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Vaughn, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Now here's Edwards. Duran pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller. Johnson with the bounce pass. It's stolen by Cunningham. And now here's Banks, the fast break opportunity. Miller with a wide open look. And the baseline jumper, no good. For Seattle, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Seattle?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And we're also seeing a lot from them at the arc in this one. Tonight, it's been all about that three ball for these guys.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Baker, no good. Miami's on 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Miller outside for 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Miller's got 11 in the second half.
Well, if they can come back and take the lead, this will be because he's carrying it. This quarter's been all about him and his offense.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, Kevin, we are seeing a new generation taking over the NBA. Commissioner Adam Silver says stars can be created much quicker these days. Sports is a meritocracy and talent gets rewarded. With a social media community in the billions for basketball and a global market for talent, new and different stars end up emerging. Kevin?
Which is always good for the game. Great to see. And David, a great report again from you. Thank you. And when you take a look at Jalen Duran, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there's so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double-team him, send a second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
Brown is checked in for Baker.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth. A chance to check out stats for him.
Substitution on the court.
Seattle leading by 17. Here's Ojale. He's got 12. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
First personal foul, second team
Let's
foul.
use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Heat trail by 19. Cunningham drives in. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. Doesn't go for him. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. The Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. There's Brown with the three. And the three ball is good. Brown's got 9.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Here's Hugh. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Seattle leading by 22. And he makes that one. 10 points for him.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 8. It's Miller on the wing. 5 on the clock. Looking to end the run, and he gets the jumper to drop. Miller's got 13 points in the second half.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
Moves back up. Pass to Endor. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Ojale, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Miller outside. Puts up a deep three. The long distance three is buried. Miller's got 23.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's Ojale, covered by Cunningham. The shot by Ojale, no good. And Miami shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Miller against Brown. Miller, no luck. Seattle leading by 22. Baseline J on the way, and it's Seattle with another one.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Outside Banks. It's stolen by Brown. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Brown jams it in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rack.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
2 minutes.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 8. On the wing, Miller. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a shot at the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Ojale passes to Brown. Lets it go from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. From deep three-point territory, Miller, no luck. And Seattle shooting an efficient 53% from the field. It's Brown on the wing. 11 points in the game. Three-pointer. Banks with a rebound. The Heat shooting 43% for the game. Miller. Outside Banks. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brown's shot is good. Brown's got a nice night underway, shooting 6 of 9 from the floor. To the inside. Here's Hugh, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Great pass to hit him in stride. Love to see teammates in sync with each other.
Seattle leading by 23. With 2 seconds left.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Miami, we've got Kate Cunningham, also Christie out there. And it's Duren in at the center position. Christie can't make it.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. And it's Seattle with the ball. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. 5 to shoot. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 8 rebounds in this game. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Frazier, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Here's Christopher. Frazier covering. Always going up for the alley-oop here. That shot off the mark. For Seattle, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Boston Celtics.
And you know, for that matchup with Charlotte, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And he can't get the first one. Vaughn's checked in for Ogilvy. And the second free throw, good. The Heat shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Christie, nice jump shot from the top of the key. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
A nice shot by Frazier. Frazier's got 6 in the quarter.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
Here's Christie. Pass to Edey from deep three-point land. It's hauled in by Frazier.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Banks. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Love the recognition. Realizes that one is all him.
Yeah, beating everyone up the floor and finishes off the break.
And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. Takes it inside. Fires from deep. To the left wing. From the arc. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
The defense will take that miscommunication. Not even close.
And so here is Miami. Here's Christopher. Outside Banks. Six to shoot. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
All the officials are all over that.
Personal foul, 3rd team foul. At the line for 2.
Free throw good, Frazier. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Catching up on the changes for Seattle. Endor's checked in, and it's Dort in for Brown. Here's Giroux. Releases. And it's Miami with the rebound. Christie's got his 4th rebound in this one. Christopher, that's good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Giroux out of bounds. Miami takes possession. The Heat have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Pass to Edey. The 3. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
It's good. Here's Christopher.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Giroux. First personal foul, 3rd team foul.
To the middle. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Christie.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Here's Giroux. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal foul.
Stan, you always emphasize defense. What do you make of the offensive surge in the NBA today?
Well, Kevin, look, skill level is the best it's ever been. Shooting range is incredible, which makes defenses have to defend more and more of the court. Rules and officiating favor the offense. It's never been harder to defend in the NBA.
It sure looks that way. You're right. Here's Giroux, and the basket is good. Giroux's got 6 here in this quarter. Here's Christopher. Here's Kozlov. Pass to Christopher. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Seattle ball.
For Seattle, they've gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them.
Second personal foul.
And that one misses.
At the line for Seattle.
And he sinks the second. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Will it go? Seattle grabs the miss. Frazier's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Giroux. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
We see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
Lets the 3 fly. Christopher, no good. And Seattle's shooting has been just great in the fourth quarter, 54%. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. For the 3. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Seattle ball.
Seattle with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Giroux. And the layup falls. Giroux's got 12 points in just the second half.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Giroux. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. Here's Christopher. Rebound by Indoor.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
And that one, good.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
There's the drive. Christopher, that's good.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Here's Giroux. A minute 50 left here in the fourth quarter. Nice move. And the layup is good.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Christie. Out of bounds. Seattle will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here's Jerome. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Seattle.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
A two-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Johnson.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Clock at 6. Christie the pass with Christopher. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Well, maybe the defense thinks they can live with that, but he's pretty consistent from that mid-range area.
Giroux can't hit. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Seattle foul. Hendricks. Third personal foul. Fifth team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Both good from the line that time. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
And the serious dunk to finish it off.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive